Hello guys, Colonel Ninny here.
After more than 3,000 hours of playing IL-2, Battle of Stalingrad and Flying Circus, I have to ask myself, was it worth it? Because instead, if I had spent 3,000 hours of overtime, I would have paid off my mortgage, paid off the old place, instead of having to look at other lifestyle opportunities. I can only offer a famous quote from one of the Coen brothers movies. What have we learned, Palmer? But overall, for me, the IL-2 experience has been outstanding. It's been sort of a series of threes for me. I have 3,000 subscribers, over 300,000 views, and about 300 videos. And there's a big shout out to everybody out there who's watched and enjoyed my videos, and even the people that didn't enjoy them. Thanks for watching. So the game series, either IL-2 or Flying Circus, can be broken down into sort of two areas. One is single player and single player campaigns, and the other is the multiplayer system. Now the learning curve to play these games is very steep indeed. Now make no mistake, these games are incredibly complex, and if you're a new player coming from something like War Thunder, where you've been able to play with a console or a keyboard, this is going to be a huge step forward and quite daunting. And to be honest, the developer, 1CGS, is really not much help in getting you started in this series. And so, where do you go to for help? Fortunately, the multiplayer community, as small as it is very, very helpful in providing videos and other information for you to get started and to get moving forward, so that you can learn how to fly the aircraft, learn how to navigate, learn how to communicate, and learn how to play the game with other players.
Okay, I'll be taking off in 5 seconds. Okay, throttle's coming up.
Okay, rolling.
I'll be a left turn to 095 on takeoff.
Left turn, 095, roger.
I'm 2,300 RPM, and I'll maintain 40 in the climb until we can't get more than 40.
Okay, roger, 23 and 40. I went back to auto lean.
You need to go full rich on your fuel. When you go auto lean, you lose a bunch of power.
Okay, going
Okay,
full.
roger, that might be it. Yeah, full rich. I'll go full rich.
Oh, I forgot you do lose power in these, don't you? Okay.
Yeah, once you're cruising, you can bring it back to lean.
But let's get caught up first. Yeah.
Yeah, that made a big difference. I'm still only showing 38, but I'm picking up speed at least.
Although the single-player campaigns have been well designed, they're fun to fly, but there's something lacking. And what's missing is the human component. And this can only be found in the multiplayer system. Being part of a team, being part of a group that's actually fighting against human opponents, there's nothing like it. So what makes this game a truly remarkable work of art? It's not just one aspect. The flight physics, the ballistics, the graphics, the sound, the immersion, the feeling of flying one of these aircraft. You get the feeling of being in combat, you get the feeling of fear, you get the feeling of danger. It's quite amazing. And unlike flying something like an F-16 in DCS, which is an excellent game, you're not just a systems manager. In World War I, flying circus, you hardly had any instrumentation at all, but you still had to be able to fly the aircraft. Jump forward 25, 30 years and you're flying at twice the speed.
Okay, I see you coming in there.
Okay, coming back to the left. Got a few bombs left.
Is this your last pass?
Yeah.
That one bunker on this side is still up.
World War II weapons delivery is extremely difficult. Whether it's strafing, rocketry, or bombing, you have to hone your techniques. In truth, I've learned that I'm a mediocre fighter pilot at best, because I'm too old and too slow. But I've also learned that I am one hell of an accurate bomber pilot. And how, you may ask, would you get so good at bombing? Well, if you spend 3,000 hours doing something, you better have some results. Now, IL-2 has been around for many years. It's not a new game. But the developers have done an excellent job in upgrading it and providing DLC content. The series contains several very good new maps. But to my mind, I think almost equal credit goes to the online community that has taken this game to the next level. And in terms of total immersion, this game really excels in the multiplayer high-level campaign games. These are campaign games at a completely different level. Although the developer does not support this higher level of play, it does support the lower level of multiplayer servers, which are geared to newer players. Which is a real pity, because the rest of us feel that we could assist the developer in making this game probably the best World War II flight sim on the market. The current marketing strategy seems to be, let's sell more DLCs. And collecting DLCs reminds me of when my son was small and he was collecting Pokemon cards. And one day I said to him, "You've got a lot of cards there. What do you do with them?" And he replied, "We collect them." So I said, "Well, what do you do with them then?" And he says, "Nothing, we just collect them." Now granted, there is some sort of a game with rules, but he didn't know what they were. He was just happy collecting. Now personally, if I was going to collect anything, it would be something like this. So let me show you here what I'm talking about when it comes to full immersion and realism. Although for clarity, I don't include the team's communications here. So if you look beyond what I'm doing in the P-47, you can see an incredible amount of action that my teammates are involved in trying to attack this airfield. As well as assessing the threat level from the flak. There's an aircraft taking off, as well as other fighters in the area. We're pretty busy. And when hitting the target becomes secondary to getting your people home in one piece, you know that it's getting pretty realistic. There's one taking off. I'll get him. So would I buy this game to play at this level? Absolutely. And so should you. Well, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.
As always, if you've enjoyed this video, found it helpful, please like it or subscribe. Or if there's another topic you'd like me to cover, please leave a comment. Thank you, guys.